Yellow, everybody. Welcome to the recap of the first weekend of the new server start. As you can see, we're level 28. I'm really satisfied with the progress so far. We did spend some shrooms on it. The main reason is that I wanted to push to get to the fortress so that we can start building as soon as possible. And also, we spent some resources and shrooms on guild upgrades, which benefit other players as well as me. So I'm really satisfied where we're at the moment. If you like this type of content, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. You can also leave comments if you like something or if you dislike something. If you want to see more of something, tips or similar. But all in all, here we go. As you can see, the server has just started and I'm already in game. Um, it has been already a couple of minutes. The reason for this, the reason for me starting a bit late is because I was waiting for our guild to be filled and then some of the users who are actually buying shrooms to do the upgrades. As you can see, most of them have the 4.6, some of them have 5.5, as discussed in the episode 1. So I will not wait anymore. There is a couple of still users to come, but since I would also like to level up to level 10 and then do my upgrades as well, I will start immediately. One thing to first cover is just generally the game, what it has, and similar for everyone out there who might be new. So the itself, the game is quite easy. You have everything on the main map of the city. However, you can also access it on the left side. Um, the first being the tavern. This is where you do the quests. You also have the access to the toilet here. You have to the guard, even though you can access the guard from the city as well. The guard just earns you gold, as you can see. The more you work, the more gold you earn. Um, the toilet, this is later on. I will explain, of course. This is 100, level of 100 or more. Then there's the arena where you fight other players. You can earn experience for the first 10 fights of the day, first 10 wins. Let me rephrase myself, first 10 wins. So if you lose, it will not be counted here. The second thing is next thing is the weapon shop where you can buy stuff. So the equipment and the weapons. The magic shop where you buy the accessories, so the necklace, ring, and the trinket, as well as the potions. And then there is the shop for the mounts, the 10%, 20, 30, and 50% mount. Then there is the dungeons, of course, which is only available from level 10, starting from level 10. And then later on, there is a fortress as well. We will, of course, go through each one of these when we come later on, but just to give you a brief overview of what's there. We'll also give some tips on each one of them as we progress through the game. So in the tavern, I will start doing the quests. Just also one here to note: there is the bartender where you can drink beer actually to increase your thirst for adventure. Once you deplete the first 100, it's one mushroom for 20 thirst. So in total, you can actually have 300 thirst maximum. 320 actually, because there is one later on. There is one beer free by the enchant. But what is also quite important here is that you have these. When there are events, which is weekend events, so happens every weekend, there are certain um, um, sort of holidays or however you want to call them, like boosts for certain stuff, which is mainly driven actually or boosts certain stuff in the game. So when usually the server starts, these two always happen. So this is the exceptional experience, which means you have increased experience and the glorious gold galore. which is the increased gold earned. Then there is also the fantastic fortress here. This is for the fortress, so we will try to get to the fortress as soon as possible because this also gives us always big gems from the mine. So we will try to at least mine a couple of gems. Then there is the crazy mushroom harvest. So you have the increased chance of mushrooms on quest, which is really great, as we are free to play, as you remember. And then there is the 20% more mushrooms at the dealer. We will check this immediately. And the last one is Epic Shopping Spree Extravaganza. However, this is 50 plus, and I doubt that we will manage to do this as a free to play. In any case, so just to check the shop. So as you can see, there is a starter pack which I mentioned in the first video. Here it costs €6, but if you buy it on the web shop or in the browser, it actually costs five, and you can only buy it until level 20 because this is really a starter pack. It's a great buy. So if you want to invest some money, this is a great buy because you get a one potion, you get 1,000 gold, which is However, you get 4 weeks of birth of 50% mount, which is really great, and then you also get some shrooms. So generally, this is a great boost. You can also see that there are the shrooms, 20% more shrooms on the other packages as well, but to each its own. I don't usually buy these. One thing to note: the content creator codes are available. I have already used mine, and as you can see, when I go to my character, you can see that I have a portion of Eternal Life. I have the 100 Quicksand Hourglass, which I received, and I also have the mount, even though I did not buy it myself. You can see that I still have the starting 40 mushrooms. So this is a significant boost sort of to myself. And as discussed on the first one, you can see that this one cannot be sold because it does not have the 100 gold. So you can only dump it or drink it. Considering this, I will actually drink it because since I cannot sell it, it's useless. I mean, it's not useless. I can just drink it. Um, so from this point of view, I would actually start. I wanted also to go through my character. As I said, I'm playing scout. Scouts are okay class. It's a quite good class. I personally love druid a bit better, and sort of I'm a mage fan, and Zerg fan, berserker fan, because these are the ones which are, let's say, best for pushing dungeons and similar because they're quite great. Scout is not bad at all. It's just I, let's say, put it on the fourth place. Um, and then we have the here we have the stats. His main stat is dexterity. Usually you have one stat which is the main stat, and the damage of your character is based on it. For example, for scout it's dexterity, for mage it's intelligence. Then you have the constitution as the second most important stat, which is the gives you the hit points, and you have the strength and intelligence, which are of course main stats for other classes, but for you they give you sort of defense bonuses against those classes. So increasing strength will help you uh, sort of against warriors, battle mages, and berserkers, and for intelligence against mages, druids, and bards. So it just is a contra sort of. Uh, if you boost this, you have a increased chance of winning against the other classes. And then there is the luck, which is just a chance to get a critical hit. It's a okay stat. The thing is, by having the equipment, especially epic equipment gives you three stats. It gives you the main stat, the constitution, and luck. So you would cap out at 50%, which is the maximum luck you can have. You theoretically don't need to invest gold into this one. You can spend some points early on, but later on it's a waste of gold. So let's start doing some quests. I will just to give you also a background once more. This is a free to play playthrough, and I wanted to show once more the rules. So the rules are that, or The goal of this is to achieve level 300. I don't know how long it will take me. Probably some time. Let's see how long. Then it will be fully free to play. As mentioned, the only source for mushrooms is in game, and creator codes, giveaway codes, and similar, which is just free. It mostly depends on the RNG of me and my luck of winning those and finding those. So that's for the rules. And one thing to note is I will keep these episodes short, and I will try just to showcase and explain certain situations which you might encounter, some tips, giving showing you the gameplay. Maybe in the beginning makes sense, later on it repeats quite a lot, so it does not make sense that I always show you how I spend my 100 thirst. But I will show you some specific situations, fighting the dungeons and similar. When it comes to questing, usually in the tavern you have a character like this one, and they give you three different quests. Bear in mind that there is a logic behind these quests. One quest gives you more experience, one quest gives you more gold, and the third one is sort of a neutral. The logic of it is that the thirst which you have is, imagine it as like 100 minutes, and each quest lasts for a certain amount of time. In this case scenario, this quest lasts for a half a minute, this one for half a minute, this one for 15 seconds. um, the quest or the time is organized in four, um, let's say, parts, time parts. And usually this means like this is one time part, 15 seconds. This is two. The three would be 45 seconds, and four would be 1 minute. Later on, this will change. I think the maximum is 2.5 minutes, five, 7.5, and 10 minutes. Uh, and you should always look at the quests and the experience, gold earned, well, experience, because this is the most important thing, per one time segment, time part, because this is the easiest way how you can figure out sort of which quest gives you the most experience. For example, this one gives you 300 for one time part. However, this one gives you 870 for two. It's divided by two because this is two time parts. This is 439, which means that this is actually less than this. And here you have 793. This is approximately 400. So this is the highest quest, and we will do this one. Easy as that. So always look at this. One more thing to note is that sometimes you would have to, let's say, recalculate a bit and similar. I don't usually spend that much time to recalculate. Just I do a brief calculation. Like I see that something is like a bit more. I don't care if it's like one experience more. This is irrelevant. However, if it is more by double or similar, this makes sense. This is generally how the fights look like, and I just won my first quest. You can see that it says that there is event bonus and you're getting double experience. So actually, this should have been like 400 experience normally. Um, for the first quest, because this was my first quest, you always get a shroom. I mentioned this in episode 1. So you will always get a shroom, and this is guaranteed. This means that within 2 weeks of playing, if you play every day, you will for sure get 14 shrooms at least. So that's really great because this could help us then buy the mount later on. And I'm already level 2. Woohoo! Congratulations to us. One thing before I continue, in the Dr. Abavuvu, okay, now I will remember. There is this calendar, and you can see here what are the rewards if you log in every day. So today, of course, because the server just started, nothing. But tomorrow I will get a potion. This is the maximum, the biggest potion there is in the game. And then there is a bunch of gold every day, increase in luck stats. Then there is the dexterity potion. This I need because my main stat is dexterity. then some gold, and then there is mushroom. This is what I also mentioned. So this is one more source of the mushrooms, which is free to play. So this one for sure I would also take. Sort of hope that I will get more of, because this is randomized. So sometimes it will be more mushrooms, sometimes it will be less. Now it's more gold actually. Then there is a potion of eternal life. Then there is some experience and some skipping tools, the hourglasses. And then if you log in for 20 days, you will be guaranteed to level up. So you will get one level. I wanted to explain this just because it is relevant for the mushrooms. The last source of the mushrooms is the Wheel of Fortune. As you can see, I got 100 lucky coins, so I can spin. There is always per day a one free round. So if I now run, I got a reward. I actually got stone, which will prove useful for the fortress later on. Um, However, after that, you either need to pay mushrooms or you can pay lucky coins if you have them. There is one more option on phones. If you are playing on an Android or iPhone, you can watch commercials in order to earn lucky coins, and then you can spin. One commercial is three lucky coins, so you need to watch, let's say, three, four commercials to get one spin. And I am quite positive that they are limited, so you cannot watch more than, I don't know, 20 commercials per day or less, which means that you cannot just get thousands and thousands of lucky coins. Let's get back to the leveling. I will use the opportunity to couple more times explain this time part, because as you level, the time parts or the time needed for the questing is increased. So as you remember, it was 15 seconds, 30, 45, 1 minute, but now it's 18 seconds, 36, 27. So actually one time um part is now 9 seconds. So this is two time parts, three time parts, and four time parts. With this in mind, because this is two time parts, this means it's 250 experience. This is four time parts, this is 400 experience, and this is 3, this is less than 100. So some might say that these two are equal, but since you are using more time here, then it's not the same. So the biggest here is actually this one, and we will do it. Um, I don't know if you've seen, it says that I have a bonus. I will now showcase it once more. It shows the amount of experience I am getting as a bonus because of the event, but it also shows the guild experience bonus. I will actually show it here. The upgrades, you can see that here it says I don't have skills because I did not boost it, but the guild actually has 153 skills, which is 30% increased gold bonus and 43% increased experience bonus. This is, of course, not the maximum which you can have as you start the leveling. It is actually 4060 if everyone upgrades. However, since not all of us are upgrading, some of us are free to play, then we don't have it. Also, we are not full in the members of the guild. You can see that some of the guys are already level 10. That's fucking fast. Uh, but I'm also talking a lot, so why not? So level 3, let's continue. Once more, you can see now it's 21 and 42. So in theory, it could be one time part and two time parts, but it is more likely that this is two time parts and this is four time parts. In any case, the calculation is the same. At least in this case scenario, it's easy because it's just like I can consider it as one and two, and then do the calculation just to see which quest gives more experience. So this one is one time part means 700 experience. This one is two, which means 500. So some might say, oh, this is 700, this is 1000, this is better. No, it's not. This is actually cool because you get the item as well, but at the moment I'm more focused on getting the levels. And using, you can see here, you can use the hourglass to skip the quest, but at the beginning the skipping quest does not make sense almost at all because the quests are just like 15, 20 seconds long. I would rather keep these hourglasses for later on when the quests are 10 minutes, just not to wait 10 minutes or similar. I'm already level 4. Um, Usually the leveling does not go this fast. It's just because there is a bunch of boost. You can see that we got 2 items from a previous quest and current one. I will equip this one because it's 2 constitution increase, which means more health. And this one I will just sell because I don't need it, and it's more gold. Uh, One more thing, usually you use gold to boost your stats, or in this case scenario also here I need 5 gold, so in theory I could start upgrading. I will actually instructor immediately, but later on it's, you can see it's 10 gold. However, every single increase, every single upgrade is really important, so why not? um, However, I will also increase my stats a bit, so a bit of dexterity, because I would like also to fight an arena. The reason why I would like to fight in arena is because if I win, I get experience, and there is a 10-minute wait time between each fight. So I would like to be able to do those fights. Um, when you hover over these three which are offered to you, you will see the differences which you have instead. This is one of the easiest way how to see if something is, if you are better than someone. However, you also need to take into consideration the class. So here it's battle mage, druid, and berserker. Personally, in this case scenario, I'll fight druid, but I think I will probably lose. Hopefully not. You can skip, and I will skip just to show you that. I mean, actually, I will wait because the fight is quite sort of not not so long at the beginning. Later on, might be sort of slower. Um, you can see you get experience, you get some honor, which not important at the moment. You get the ranks in the Hall of Fame, and you get some loot that is gold, and the gold is usually dependent on the amount of gold that the person has and the level he is, because you cannot take millions of gold if he is small level or similar. There's a sort of an expected, or it can be calculated, the amount of gold you will earn. It's limited. However, if you attack the same person twice, you will get that gold. If you attack him more than 3, 4, 5 times, it will start reducing because two of you would be too wide apart on the Hall of Fame, and it does not make sense that you can farm a low level just by fighting them, not getting any honor but getting gold. So let's continue. The reason why I want to continue is I want to get level 10. I might do a bit of break from recording, and then I will continue with at the level 10 just to showcase you what is the next step, because it might take a few minutes to get to level 10. So here, again, I think this is 2 time parts. This is 4, but let's count it as 1. So this is 1,000 per time part. These two are equal. So let's look at the one with the higher experience. This means it's 900 per 1 time part. So this is higher. I will do this quest. Just wanted to show you here. You can see that there is a 47% of instructor bonus, and there is 100% coming from the event. So let's do this one. At level 10, this is the reason why I would like to sort of not waste your time. I will get back when I'm level 10. We are gonna stop doing quests until we do a certain thing, and I will explain all of this. In the description, you can actually find a good guide, which is based for um, shroomers and echo shroomers, echo players. However, you can use the logic, because the logic is valid. It's a sound logic on how to play. It's a great strategy on how to play the game. Mainly when you get to level 10 and when you get the scrapbook, makes sense to focus on getting a uh, high percentage of the scrapbook populated, because you would get increased experience, and then all of the thirst which you will be using will improve or speed up the leveling process. shroomers and echo players use shrooms to get to 25-30% of the scrapbook within half an hour, 1 hour, and similar. As a free to play player, this will of course not be possible because there is a 10-minute wait time when fighting in arena or Hall of Fame, which means I would have to wait. However, I would still try to get as high as possible percentage, and only then I would use the Thirst of Adventure. The thirst resets at midnight. So what I will do is I will focus on getting the percentage until, let's say, 11 in the evening, and then I will use all of my thirst to be able to level. So one time part 500, three time parts 500, four time parts less than 500. So one of these two is generally better. This is some 530, sorry, 550, and this is 547. These two are almost equal. The only difference, this one gives you the item, which gives strength, useless for me, and gives one gold and plus 0.73, so 1.77. And this one is two and a half. So let's do this one. So as you can see, the game is like, imagine now doing this every day for next 1 year. So when we are talking only about questing, this is it. There is nothing more to questing. It's not an active style of gameplay where you are casting spells or similar. So this part is quite repetitive. However, this also does not take too much time, especially if you did buy some packages or similar. You might have thousands of hourglasses. You will be skipping quests all the time. So to use the full amount of thirst takes 15 minutes. The more important thing is the other stuff which we have here: the arena, the pet fights, the dungeon, the fortress fights, the underworld which opens. So there is a lot of in this game which take a bit of time. And when on this, actually, one good way on tracking what you can do in the game still, and it's a great way how to sort of have a daily to-dos. You can click on this to-do list here, and if you click on this, it will give you what you can still do today. So for example, daily login bonus, it says there is a tick mark. It means I did it. I mean, in theory I did not do it, it's a new server, but it will be. You can do the maximum of 20 um, wheel spins, 10 arena fights for experience, and using your all of your thirst for adventure. So this is currently. However, later on it would be a longer list. You would have also fortress fights, pet fights, you would have dungeon, you would have tower, you would have uh, portal and whatever not, and most of them will be here, so you can always keep track what you already finished and what you did not. So I will get back to you in a few minutes when I'm level 10. So I am back, level 10 finally, and I actually left this on screen just to show you that I unlocked the light word. I unlocked the first dungeon. Here it is. As you can see, we'll go back to this in a second. I wanted just to show you the achievements so far. So I got level 10, and in the meantime, like on one of the quests, I actually got a quite nice bow weapon. It's a significant improvement in damage, average damage. It has a dexterity, it has luck. This is really great weapon for me. You can see that my damage is like 25. If I put it, it's 88. And I also have some additional luck, like 4.3 to 5.5. This one I would sell. The second thing is that my upgrades are currently 3.3. I need 100 gold for the next upgrade. I will upgrade the instructor as soon as I have 100 gold. I highly doubt that we can win the first fight. For that matter, since we are level 10, I might use some gold on upgrading these so that we can try and do the dungeon. However, what is more important now is to get the scrapbook. Unfortunately, the scrapbook can only be gotten in the weapon shop. Um, so I would need to wait for this to reset, which means midnight. However, since scrapbook is really important, I do not see a problem of using some of the shrooms. Even though I'm free to play, I don't plan to buy the shrooms. I will use the shrooms to find the scrapbook. As you can see, I have 43 shrooms. The three shrooms, the first one was from the quest, the first quest I did for today. The other two were just luck on the quests. Granted that there is a epic mushroom event, so it increased the chance of me getting the shroom. So let's try once or twice to change it. I hope that it's not on the magic shop. I think it's on the weapon shop. Actually, I really have to check this because I don't want to waste mushrooms. I am quite positive that it is on the weapon shop. The reason why I want to check is because usually I got it on the first or second uh, refresh. Maybe I was just lucky. I don't know. Yes, it's a magic shop. So luckily I checked it. I wasted three shrooms. Do not do that. So you can see the first uh, refresh, and I immediately got it. So I will buy it and use it, and it will appear here. But just before, okay, I will first. I have to explain this because I want to show you. So in the scrapbook there are achievements. For each achievement, you get actually five stats, all stats, five additional you get for each achievement you unlock. So since I got a dragon griffin or a 50% mount, I got achievement for that one. There are other achievements which are easily attainable, so I will try to do them as well. I also got low potions. One is luck, and I will actually now remove it. The reason why I would remove it because I now have here a dexterity one, which is more important for me, and I will buy the others as well just because they stack. So it increased now significantly. Now, before I continue now farming for the scrapbook, I also want to yeah, let me first explain the scrapbook. So the scrapbook here, you can see that you have the achievements. There is 103 achievements in total. They range from achieving a certain level, spinning the wheel X times, clearing certain dungeon, having all epic equipped, and similar. Uh, Playing for 1 year actually is one of the achievements. So you have to play for an extended period of time in order to get that achievement. So you get, as you can see, as a second line, attribute bonus plus 5 to all. So for each of the achievements. Then there is items found in game. You can see that there is 2,283 items in total. The more you collect, the more XP bonus, which is just below, you will have. I have 5 items, so only 0.22% of XP bonus. This is the main thing which I will focus until, I don't know, 11 in the evening. The reason for this is because this would increase my experience for the thirst I use. So from that point of view, I will focus on that now. I will not spend a single thirst anymore. I will focus on getting the bonus. I will just actually use the opportunity here because I refreshed it to see if there is any item which I could use. Um, Nothing actually here. Actually, this one could go. I have here with 6 dexterity. I would not change it for more 2 more constitution. So nothing here, which is great. This one is actually really good. Gives you dexterity, constitution, but it costs 3 shrooms. I will not do that. This is waste of shrooms for me because I'm a free to play player. And here, intelligence, nothing, nothing. Luck. Well, in theory, I could buy this. It's only gold and a half. Um, Actually, this is 2.25 as well. So like 4 gold, and I get a lot of critical. Um, Nah, I would rather spend the gold in upgrading my stats. So now I would win arena fight. The reason for this, I will try to win arena fight. The reason for this is I want to collect the scrapbook. There's option either to do it fight here. So for example, this one I will probably win, but um, this person has only like 3 items, which probably I don't have. 4 items, sorry. So I would get 4 items. However, if I go to Hall of Fame to my location, which is like 5,000, you can see that some of these players have much more than 4 items. So it makes sense to actually do a fight here in the Hall of Fame, for example, against this guy. If I can win it, I cannot for sure. I will explain why. But I would here get like 7, 8 items immediately. The reason why I cannot win it, he has 3,000, 4,000 health more than me. He has triple my damage. No way I can win this. Um, if I go, let's say, to 800, 8,000, sorry. So here, this one I can actually win, and this one has a lot of items. The reason why I can win, half my damage, almost half my health. So this one I will fight. I win it. I got even some gold. And if I go here now, you can see I got 9 items, and now there is 0.61% XP and 14 items out of 2000. So this is what I need to do now until, let's say, 10 in the evening, 11 in the evening. And once only then I will not go closer to midnight because I'm worried I will not be able to use all of my thirst, but only then I will utilize all of my thirst. One more thing regarding the achievements. If you go here, you can see achievements. So these are the more you turn, the more complicated achievements are, or more long-term achievements are. So you can see here, like reach level 18. This is like quite easy. I'm already level 10. I will have this probably still today, maybe tomorrow. This one is also easy. This it says visit all locations in one day. Each quest has its own location. You can see it here. It says Rotten Lands, Sprawling Jungle, Sunburned Desert. In total, there is 21 locations, something around 20. So you just need to do 21 different quests. It's not that easy. It's not only 21. You would need to do a couple more. However, you would get those. Then you need to spend 24 hours with no equipment. This is a bit harder to do because everyone expects you to level up, to fight in the dungeons, the guild raids, and yet you need to spend 24 hours with no equipment. So it's a bit tricky to do. But if you organize it with your guild, you can do that. Uh, Winning 3 times against gambler, even gold is counted for this. So from this point of view, you can just use the gold instead of mushrooms, and so on and so on. Like there is a bunch of achievements. Some of these you can see like you need all items with black gems, and for black gems you need at least one player in your guild to have level 15 um, uh, fortress, which means it will take a bit of time to get this. So some of this, like find all pets, some of the pets are tied to events, be it the Saint Valentine or Christmas or similar. So point is, it takes you a lot of time to get this, especially if you forget to get it, like I did sometimes. Then the problem is you lose until the next year the opportunity to get the pet. So this you should work on because you will get a bonus stat points. This one I will get today. I will focus on this one. I will just write down all of the locations and try to do them one by one. And I will try to do this with some gold if I have the smallest bet, and just repeat it a couple of times. As you can see, I finished the first day at level 18. Um, it was a bit of a struggle to reach. I mean, to be honest, I used all of my. Sorry for this. I used all of my thirst, and I did not achieve a high level in the scrapbook. It was only 13. The main reason for this is that, well, the idea which I had in order to achieve higher percentage did not work as I planned. So the point is that what I was using, and this is a tip for you if you are a free to play player, um, if you're playing on an Android or iPhone phone, you can use the commercials to skip the requirement for one shroom for each fight. So what I was doing yesterday actually is in the Hall of Fame, I would be searching for a player. I will search one now anyway because I have time. I was searching with a player with a lot of items. For example, this one. I would attack him. I would finish, and now it says I need 10 minutes. So I would find another one, let's say this one, I would click, and on Android phone there is here to watch a commercial and skip the wait time. And I was doing this. Unfortunately, this is limited. I think I mentioned it already. It's limited. So after some 15, 20 fights, I did not count. I was unfortunately not able anymore to do it. So this resulted in the fact that I only have had actually somewhere around 11% last night. Um, so now I have 13.45%. Um, in addition, I have upgraded to 4.6. This morning I updated to 5. So I am now where actually everyone is. Some of course have higher because they are shrooming, but for me I'm actually at a quite good position when it comes to the upgrades. The next thing which is important is that I have also found a, new potion, the higher potion, the 15% one. This is the 10% one. I had the 15% one. Also, I spent some upgrades, gold on the upgrades, and on in some of the quests, I actually got some equipment. It's not great, but it's not bad. Like this one here, it's like 30 stats. Would be much better if it was constitution instead of strength, but well, you take what you get. So also that I am in a quite good position. I have also done a couple of dungeons all the way to level 5. And one thing which is important actually here in the scrapbook, you can see plus 25. So I have done, in this case, scenario 5 achievements. I will showcase which one because you can do them easily. The first one, actually, the easiest one to do is to log in on another place, let's say on your phone, because there is an achievement called double screen or something like this. Sorry, not this one, but where is it? Here, second screen. Play on different devices. So if you just log in on another screen, you get an achievement, and as said, you get 5 stats. So just by logging in somewhere else, you get 5 stats. I have done the level 18 because I'm level 19 now. I have done visit all locations. As you can see, yesterday I had 40 shrooms. Now I have 37. I actually used a couple of shrooms to be able to finish this one. I was a bit unlucky with let's say some of the locations. I think I had 30 thirsts left, and I had 4 locations left. And then last 30 thirst, I have been always taking the smallest or the shortest quest so that I have more opportunities. And I think within this 30, I got only 1 location out of those 4. So the last 3, I had to actually use some shrooms to get. But I think it paid off because it's, as I said, 5 additional all stat, which is great. Um, then there is one more which I got. Just a second, where is it? So this I got just this morning. It's you need to increase a certain stat 100 times. There is also this one 1,000 times. Of course, this will be later on. There is one actually now when it crossed my mind. There is one where you need to increase a different stat, like non your main stat, so strength or intelligence in my case scenario. Um, and this would give me an achievement. I have to find it because this is easy enough to do. Just spend few gold on increasing any of the other stat. I will have to check out where it is. I don't know by heart where it is. I'm trying now quickly to browse, but it does not work. However, this one I would for sure try to do because it's easy enough. Um, yes. One thing which I did not do yesterday, I will try to do today because I have the whole day in front of me, is win 10 year arena fights. This is just like you need to use this option here to win 10 times, and that's it. So easy, quite easy achievement. You might have a bit of luck if you get three opponents which are better than you. For example, in this case scenario, I will lose whatever I choose. Uh, Highly likely that it will happen like this. So I will lose. I will have to wait additional 10 minutes of time to find another one. Um, but in general, it's a great one to do. I tried doing this one, rip off, rip off. So it's a beat gambler 3 times in a row. It's since it's pure RNG. I was spending 1 gold to bet. You can use a chat function to bet 1 gold because usually if you are betting here, he does like 10% or something. Yeah, 10%. You can see 10 gold. However, if you use here gold bet one, he would then bet 1 gold. And it's a easy way how to do it. I was yesterday trying to do this. I was 3 times, I think 2 in a row, and then I was missing the last one. So it's a pure RNG. However, if you win it, you get 5 all stats. So it's a good achievement to have for sure. So all in all, that's the current situation. I will continue playing, trying to get myself to level 25 to unlock Fortress. Once I unlock, I will get back to you to give you a bit of explanation how it works and some tips on what exactly to do, what to upgrade, and how to fight and similar. So see you in a minute. It's the evening of 15th of April and of the second day, and I wanted just to quickly update you on the status of my free-to-play playthrough. So as you can see, we are currently level 25. One here thing to emphasize is that I actually spent some shrooms to reach the level 25. The main reason for this is because I wanted to start building Fortress as soon as possible because it's a free-to-play. I don't have or I will not have this. This is the Fortress pack, which usually both Echo and uh, Shroomers tend to buy. It's costs 10 euros if you buy it on the web shop. It gives you shrooms, of course, but it gives you 100 wood and 50 stone, 50,000, 100,000, and 50,000 stone. And this is enough to reach, I think, level 7 of Fortress. Level 6 for sure, level 7, I think, including the Hall of Knights level 6/7. So this is how you usually quite sort of speed through the first few levels of the fortress and significantly boost the gems your guild has. Unfortunately, I don't have this, so as a free-to-play player, so I have rushed to level 25 so that I build these two. This is the woodcutter's hut and the quarry, which slowly but steadily produce the wood and stone. And as you can see, I'm already upgrading to level 2. And just quickly to go through the sort of achievements, um, as soon as I stopped recording previously, I got a new weapon. And as you can see, it had the dexterity and constitution, which is perfect. It was upgrade of the damage by a significant amount. But then, few minutes later, I actually won this in a dungeon. This is an epic. It gives you 3 stats. The main stat, Constitution and Luck, and it also has more damage than this one. So this is a really, really nice weapon for next, for sure, 10 levels. Because probably I will not get anything better than this in the meantime. And when it comes to upgrades, I'm actually 6/7. So I did spend some shrooms also here. Um, Here it was 4, and here was 2, so 6 shrooms I spent for the 2 upgrades, which is, let's say, 35. So I spent some 5, 6 shrooms. Actually, let's check. I spent 6 rooms to drink some beer in order to reach to level 25. Just to show you how the server looks like when it comes to the top levels. Okay, thanks. There it is. These guys are shroomers, and you can see, so the server has been live for something more than 24 hours, some 30 hours, 32 hours, and these guys are already level 200. This is because they are using shrooms in order to speed up the process of leveling by a significant amount. One thing is that berserkers shine in this because of their passive um, sort of boost here, which gives a 50 chance to get an additional attack. And this can stack. So in theory, you can attack 7 times, 10 times, 15 times. It really has no limit. So if you have enough shrooms, for example, and as a level 15, you attack a dungeon, which is like level 60, for example, in theory, you can one shot it. So if you spend enough shrooms and you get lucky enough, you can just keep attacking and do the dungeon. And the last thing which I wanted to showcase is that I did the arena 10-10 fights, which I mentioned today. So I now have also this achievement, which means also that I have now plus 30 to all stats. And I also got some additional equipment, so I have plus 16 experience bonus. Unfortunately, the commercial trick was not working for me today. I will try it still. Now I am not sure if it resets every 24 hours or something. But since the commercial trick was not working, the ad trick on the phone and Android was not working, I was not able to farm more. Uh, if nothing, 16% is not bad. Usually in the first day, uh, Echo and Shrumers have 25 to 30%, and on the second day, they should be close to 50%. So let's just quickly check some of my guys here. 39 level, 35%, 38. This one actually only 14, 30%. So a lot of them have 30 or more percent. So that's it, and I will let you know how the my leveling and free to play continues in the next one. See ya.